Justin Burlinson, who in a couple of weeks' time is fighting for the vacant Cage Warriors Welterweight title, all the way over in Rhys McKee's backyard in Belfast. Justin, great to sit down and chat, mate. How are things with you today?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Good. Yeah, good. I've actually just got back from Belfast yesterday. I had to fly out for the day, and just do like a sort of a media day, get some pictures at the arena, like a face-off with Rhys McKee, and like an interview for the BBC. And then, like, flew there in the morning, flew straight back, and then just start training again.
What's it like being over there? I saw a picture of your girlfriend outside one of the posters in Belfast. What's it like? Is it maybe feeling a little bit more real now you've stepped foot close to the arena?
Yeah, definitely seeing the arena and seeing like Rhys in person. I've never actually seen him in person, to be fair. So that made it a bit more real, just seeing him in person and getting to see a little bit of Belfast around the city and stuff. It was starting to feel a bit more real. What
did you make of him when you sized him up, size wise, strength wise? What did you see when you looked into your opponent's eyes?
Pretty much similar size, to be fair. I didn't really put much thinking into what he would look like, but when I met him, he's like a little bit taller than me, a little bit longer, but like we're similar builds, to be fair.
Yeah. What does Rhys McKee do well? What when you look at him as an upcoming opponent, what's kind of his biggest strengths, if you like?
I would say he's definitely more of a striker. He's got good straight boxing, good volume, good. He's got a good chin. You know what I mean? He's tough. I've seen him take some like massive shots from some big hitters. You know what I mean? So he's got a good chin. He's fit and he's tough. So I'm expecting a hard fight. You know what I mean?
What's his biggest weakness? What are the things you're looking to potentially exploit?
I don't know about his weight, like if he's weak anywhere, but I just feel like I'm better everywhere. So it's just, I'm not looking into his weaknesses too much. You know what I mean? I'm just sort of concentrating on getting better, even in fight camp, because I'm always training anyway. So I'm always just looking to get better, not
of course
just train for like a fight that's coming up. I'm just always looking to get better, improve my skills, and then just show up on the night with my skills.
Of course, yeah. I know you've moved back up to the northeast now. I know you're training out of the fish tank, Andrew Fisher's gym. I think you're also training at Northeast Jiu-Jitsu. Talk to me a little bit about the move back home and why you decided to specifically land at TFT.
Yeah, I just me and my girlfriend decided to move back to Sunderland. I was living down there. Like, I was living down there by myself for 1 year, and then me and my girlfriend lived there for like another year after that. And then we just decided to move back home. And I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it better. You know what I mean? It's good to be back home, and it's like living away just made us realise how much I love like Sunderland and being in the area. You know what I mean? Not to say that I wouldn't move away again for training and stuff like that, because that is my main purpose in life at the minute. You know what I mean? Training and just chasing the dream. So wherever the sport takes us, I would go. But I definitely love home. You know what I mean?
Does it take its toll a little bit, not living away, being away from home and just being away from your girlfriend for such a long amount of time? Does it, after a while, does it start to kind of, bear a little bit of difficulty, if you like?
No, not really. Just a few people said that. Like, a few people said, "Oh, were you missing home? Is that why you moved back?" And like all these different reasons. But it doesn't really matter, because like wherever I am, I'm not thinking about stuff like that, like little stuff like missing certain things in life. Like, it doesn't really matter, because I'm just chasing my goals, and that's all I'm bothered about. Like just chasing them down. So it's like little things that when people say, "Oh, did you miss it? Did you miss that?" No, not really, because it's just a little thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I want to talk about the Skiba win very quickly, because that was a fight that we saw, I think, a little bit of raw emotion out of you, especially when you got the win. You could see how happy you were to get it. Coming off the first pro defeat of your career, how how emotional and how important was it to get the Skiba win in the way that you kind of did?
Yeah, it was a good feeling to get back. Like normally, like since I've been amateur, like I lost once as an amateur. It wasn't like a devastating loss, you know what I mean? But like that one, but it was just, I felt a little bit nervous going into the fight, which normally I don't feel that many nerves, but I really was feeling like the nerves that time, and then just to go up and just win, you know what I mean, and push through a bit adversity, more like not in the fight, but more just mentally, like obviously you're gonna have doubts after a loss like that, and like doubt yourself a little bit. I mean, other fighters might not admit it, but we're all human, you know what I mean? You're definitely gonna doubt yourself and not feel the same after a loss like that. But I knew I'd get back, like I'd get my confidence back by getting back in there and just showing what I can do. And that even that last fight wasn't even a good performance by me. Like I know like I can show a lot more of skills and like not really getting hit and stuff like that. People haven't seen the other side of that I can do.
Look, you went right back into the fire, didn't you? You went from, the Contender Series shot straight into a Cage Warriors, re-signing with Cage Warriors and going straight into a main event, kind of back with fan attendance. It felt like Cage Warriors' big fan attendance was the Vucena card in March, and then you were back at the 1st of April with the very next one. So the other thing is as well, Justice, you never went back to I'll go back to an undercard and I'll be kind of just get the win. Well, not as many people are watching. You went right back into the spotlight, and shows what you're all about.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not like it obviously hurt me. It can hurt your confidence to fight like a loss like that. But I still knew I'm the same fighter what I was before that. So I was just thinking, I just want to get back in there, show what I do against one of the top. Like both my Cage Warriors fights have been two top like European fighters who have been on the verge of getting in the UFC, and then I've just like stopped them both in the second round. So that's why I'm fighting for the title.
Does this fight, this Cage Warriors title fight, does this feel bigger than the Contender Series shot, or does this feel like of a similar stage? Where do you kind of position this in terms of the biggest fights in your career?
Nah, this definitely feels like the biggest, because it's like a Cage Warriors world title. You know what I mean? It's recognized like all over the world. It's a world title, but it's sort of like you class yourself as like the best in Europe if you win the title. You know what I mean? So because like me and Rhys are both the top welterweights in Europe, and we're fighting each other, and we've fought the other top European fighters to get here. So you know what I mean? So it's like definitely the biggest fight of my career so far.
Did you know that if you win this Cage Warriors title, your welterweight title, you'll be the only Englishman to lift the welterweight title other than Dan Hardy?
Really?
You would be the only, I read that earlier, you'd be the only Englishman to lift the Cage Warriors welterweight title other than Dan Hardy. All the others have been won by the likes of Nicholas Dolby, the likes of Ian Gary, all other non-Englishmen.
Okay, no, I didn't even know that.
Can you put into words what you anticipate it will feel like when you lift that Cage Warriors title in a couple of weeks' time? Can you kind of give me a little bit of an idea about what you think it will feel like?
Normal, because I feel like I visualized it that much. So
what does normal mean to you when you say that?
Like not a shock. I mean, I'm not going to be like. Obviously, I'm going to be excited. It's going to be like a good feeling, but I've visualized it that much. Even straight after me Contender fight, I was thinking about getting to the title straight away, and just like I visualized it a lot of times in this fight camp. You know what I mean? And just like just had it in my head every day. You know what I mean? Not so much just about the belt, just about the fight and just going in there performing. But it's been on my mind for like 12 weeks. You know what I mean? So
yeah, of course. And what was my question I was going to ask? Oh, that was it. Do you imagine this to be this fight to be the fight before the UFC? Do you think you could get a UFC contract prior to this? Do you think it would be back down the Contender Series route? How do you imagine the future playing out post Cage Warriors welterweight title win?
Yeah, I could see a UFC contract. I'll definitely be calling for it because me and Rhys are two of the best. You know what I mean? And once I show what I can do in this fight, it's going to show that I'm set apart from all other Cage Warriors welterweights.
Yeah. Who do you anticipate, other than yourself, to be the best pound for pound fighter in Cage Warriors right now?
I don't know. There's a lot of good fighters, but not like. Are we talking about like the champions or just anyone?
Just anyone in general. Who do you think pound for pound is the best, if you like?
I definitely feel like James Hendon's up there.
Mm.
He's like I've trained with him a while, and like people haven't seen like how good he actually is. Mm. But apart from James, I feel like me, because I'm more all rounded than the rest. Like there's a few good fighters who are good like in one area, or they look like really good in one area, but there's no one like as good everywhere as me.
Yeah, of course. Well, look, you get the opportunity to show that in less than or just under 2 weeks' time, or just over 2 weeks' time. Apologies. So, thanks for jumping back on, mate. It's good to sit down and catch up and give the best to our mate Jack Grant. And best of luck for the fight.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate that.
Before we finish, just how can people find you on social media and anything you want to sponsorship or anything like that you'd like to shout out? The floor is yours.
Just on Instagram, Justin Burlo